Astrology time, Shane here, daily-astrocat.com. Today is Saturday, and it is the 11th. Now, what does astrology hold for us today? What are we going to be doing? How are we going to be following the flow? How will you be following the flow? And will you be following the flow into the Scorpio season? Well, yes, you will, because we don't have a choice otherwise, do we? That's right. So, let's just find out what we're doing. The moon is going to be void, of course, at 10:56 in the evening. So we have a moon in Gemini all day long. That's chatty Gemini. That's Gemini that wants to tie some things up, right? Now, the odd thing is that on the date for this, I actually put 7/11 instead of 10/11, which was really strange because I don't think I do these things by accident. I leave myself breadcrumbs. Back on the 11th of July is when I started to begin to introduce the two trains. Okay, I just started. It had just begun talking about two trains, talking about a professional path and then a creative side hustly path, for lack of a better Shane word, right? Side hustly. Now, along those lines, you're going to need to believe in your power to reconcile material gain, right? One track with some of your more altruistic goals. In other words, what do you want to accomplish as a person, as a thinking entity? What is it that we want to accomplish, perhaps with our side hustles, right? It depends on how we're using them, what we're doing with them, and particularly with creativity, right? It's very, very interesting how we interact with these things, okay? Now, interact with our technology, interact with everything. The moon in Gemini makes us really think about those small tech issues, such as phones, such as computers, such as things that we're using, right? The Aquarius refers to larger innovations, right? What's out there? What's happening? How can we use this technology to be able to produce things better for ourselves? Now, before I get too far off on a rant, look, I know what you're thinking. I'm everywhere on this, right? I've got one track. I've got two tracks. If I had 8 tracks, I'd be antiquated music system, right? But no, a couple of tracks that we're at, we have to just remain focused on what it is that we're doing. That moon is going to change every single day, right? Every single day she moves, she changes, she goes through it, right? That's why things are so variable. It's how we react to them emotionally, viscerally. Now, it's not that I'm looking at what the planets are doing. I just read energy signatures, and I'm good at doing that. And look, it may no longer be our choice to keep doing things the way that we're doing, like solo projects and stuff like that. It's definitely time to take some of that creativity that we're experiencing and to bring it up to another level, particularly with Venus in that last degree of Virgo, where we're taking all the details and everything that we've done. May need a little bit of help, right? Going into Libra. Help is the last, kind of like the last little thing that we have with our Venus representing our relationships and significant others, to really get involved in some of the things that we may be trying to do so that we're not quite doing them so alone. However, you have to remember that Neptune is in Aries and opposes this. So what's the right amount of give and take? What's the right amount of interference that we're willing to endure in order to co-create? Or is it a good idea to co-create, or is it not a good idea to co-create? The family that works together tends to be one that can stay together. And you don't have to work together for a long period of time. You can work together, do a goal, and then you can just get away from it, right? Long-term stuff, never, ever, ever. It's just not, I don't know. My own experience with it tends to have me think that, it's great to have folks around that are close to you, but it's also great for you to have the space to be able to do the things, to be able to honestly express yourself in such ways that you don't feel like you're held back by the same things that you want to nurture and to honor and to basically work towards and for. So, once again, all over the place, right, Shane? Yes, it is. Look, Venus and Libra, that's what it's hinting towards. My advice for you is to just do what you have to do, what you set out to do, what was going on, right? It's still personal. And by it being personal, it's what we have to do. It's our mission. Okay. Today's keyword is messages. The color is a fresh banana. A fresh banana, but it's a ripe banana. It's a banana that I would eat. Just barely yellow with a little bit of green. Not too much green. It should have just turned though, right? Because I like them. I don't like them too overly sweet. Opportunity knocks for those who can boldly channel it. Try doing so with minimum downtime. Focus is highly recommended. Make sure you ask. Ask your tribe. That's who you want to ask. That's who you want to involve. Ask your tribe what they think. There's some missing capacity out there. Capacity to do what? Whatever it is we need to do, right? 3D, 5D. Find it. Do what you need to do. Your job for today is to get others to help you attain your goals. Do what you want to do. Now, slow down. Leave early. That's right. Whatever you got to do today, make sure you leave early and slow it down. There's no need for getting ticketed for driving too fast, right? Nor is there no rush to get where we're going because we got to do it in accordance with the flow. Drive your business from a position of strength. In other words, whatever your personal business is, be strong about it. You're not back on your heels. You are can actually be on the lead in this. Sun in Libra is an intellectual cardinal sign, right? It's the air sign, cardinal air sign. Intellect, ideas, what we're doing, conceptual, right? Much more abstract than just that visceral Aries thing of moving forward, right? You got to use that energy and blast forward. So you're using it from a position of strength. That's Aries, right? And that's also Aries. It's also Leo. There's cards assigned with Leo because that's the tarot card with the lion on it. Look, this refers to both tracks, okay? Now, what's that mean for me? I don't know. Am I going to be developing a course or something? Who knows? Oh my God, I don't have time to barely breathe, let alone think about a course. However, I do want to deepen your understanding of what it is that I do, so we may have to develop something similar to that, or a course like that's not really that giant, whatever. We may have to end up starting to put out some instructional videos. Now, the moon square Venus means that I don't want to. Nope, not tonight. Not tonight. Got some work to do. Got some things to think of. Got some things that I need to get done. So, and you do too. All right, so let's talk about this now. Today, in 1975, on this date, Saturday Night Live, created by Lorne Michaels, premieres on NBC. And the reason why this is here is because there's a trivia question in here. Who was the first host of Saturday Night Live? The guest host. George Carlin. Now, if they're wrong, which I wouldn't be surprised, I would say, that's not surprising. However, George Carlin, that seems pretty darn cool, don't you think? Yeah. Okay. That was my bad George Carlin impersonation. And then I can add some expletives in there. The 5 words you can't say on television, right? Oh, yes, indeed. So, and in 1957, Blair Cunningham, an American rock drummer, not a household word, but he's from Haircut 100. He's born in Memphis, Tennessee. All right, and that's all I have for you. So there you go. Okay, so our color is fresh banana, just to recap. And today's keyword is messages. What kind of messages are you signaling? What kind of messages are you receiving? What kind of messages do you want to project in the future? And how we want to use them to help. And that's what I got for you. Appreciate and love every single one of you. Use your messages wisely. Maybe this is one of them, right? Yes. Okay. Today is a 4. Use it wisely. Tread carefully. Happy astrocatting.